All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is June 8th, 2019, the first day of the rest of our lives, and I am Ned Kelly from My Philippine Dreams, and I have returned. Some people have been asking where I'm been, what I've been doing. I'll get into that in a bit. Getting a lot of messages here on the phone. People asking where I've been. All right. Now, let's get right into this. I'm going to do the things that I want to do. I ain't got a thing to prove to you. I'll eat my candy with the pork and beans. Excuse my manners if I make a scene. I ain't gonna wear the clothes that you like. I'm fine and dandy with the me inside. One look in the mirror and I'm tickled pink. Literally. I don't give a hoot about what you think. All right, first three people that can name that band and the name of that song and send it to me over at myphilippinedreams at gmail.com. Again, that's myphilippinedreams at gmail.com. Will be sent a free copy of my ebook, my best-selling, internationally best-selling ebook, An Expat's Guide to the Philippines, Chasing Your Philippine Dream. So people have been asking where I'm at. I've been in Dumaguete. I've been back here in the Philippines. I arrived around May 10th. It was a long flight. And it's been really hot. Every year, it's hard for me with the heat to actually do any kind of extracurricular activities. It's really hot here this year. We got like a small El Nino, I guess, kicking off. And just trying to find the motivation to do things beyond just the basic survival stuff. What I basically do is I stay in air conditioning. When it's this hot, when you got real field temperatures of 108, 110 degrees Fahrenheit, sorry for the Europeans and Australians and everybody else that uses Celsius, it's hard for me. Also, I got the Neanderthal blood. I'm 4.1% Neanderthal, and Neanderthals typically have a hard time dealing with heat. I've also got a personal life, and I've been dealing with some of that in a good way. It's good. It's nothing bad that's going on. There's good things that have been going on, and I've been trying to focus on that and appreciate that and express my gratitude for what's been going on with that. And finally, believe it or not, I've been organizing computer files. I'm the type of person that just downloads and gets all kinds of stuff on the computer and throws it in different places, and it's completely unorganized. And after like 5, 6 years of doing that, I'm finally starting to put the effort and the time into trying to organize that. And it's good because it's hot because I'm in the aircon, so it gives me something to do while in the aircon. So again, the first three people, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the things that I want to do. I ain't got a thing to prove to you. You can send me the answer to that. You'll get a free copy of the ebook, and you send it to myphilippinedreams at gmail.com. There is no S in My Philippine Dreams except at the end. Yeah. A suggestion, and I'm gonna do a product endorsement. Actually, these are from Target. These are from Target in the United States. They're actually Champion. I guess Target is the exclusive distributor for Champion stuff now. And they have these T-shirts. And these T-shirts are really nice, especially for the Philippines, because they're lightweight, they breathe well, and they're super, super comfortable. Oh, they're so soft, so soft. The only they're kind of expensive. They're like $15 each, but they seem somewhat durable. I've had them for a couple of years now. I really like them. The only problem is, and if anybody has these T-shirts, maybe you could chime in and tell me if you're having the same issue. I always seem to put it on backwards. Even when I look at the Target sign, I know this is the back. When I put it on, for some reason, always I end up going like this, and the Target sign's right there. I don't understand why that happens, but these are really good. All right, let me make sure this is actually working and audio's working and all that stuff. Can everybody hear me? Yeah, Chips Ahoy, hey from Kentucky. Okay, everything looks like it's working. All right, I don't want to get this long. Oh, and good morning, everybody. It's our morning Joe. It's our time together. It's our special time together here in the Philippines. Just you and me, a cup of coffee, and my neighbors who are burning trash, and a bunch of large dogs in very small cages. Philippine hillbillies. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, couple things. I'm basically going to do the content that I want to do and when I want to do it. I haven't been very motivated to do a whole lot of content lately, but I got some stuff that I'm working on. And I'm also going to do the stuff that I want to do. So when I did the gaming video, some people got really upset about the gaming video and said, dude, if you're going to keep doing this type of content, I'm going to unsubscribe and you should be focusing on this, X, Y, and Z. The great thing about YouTube is anybody can start up their own YouTube channel. So if you have something that you want to cover or something that you want to focus on, you can actually do that. You don't have to, rely on other content creators to do the things that you want to do. Because a lot of times, if they're not worried about the money, and I'm not worried about the money with YouTube. I'm not worried about the number of subscribers, the number of views, and all that stuff. For me, YouTube was just found money. It was just something, that came along. I didn't even know that I could monetize for the longest time. So I do it. It's kind of like a creative outlet. And it's just a message for people that, personally don't like my content or personally don't like me for whatever reason. And I'm sure there's a long list of reasons. All you have to do is hit the unsubscribe button. Or if you're like my trolls that come by every time I put up a new video and get 10, 20, 30 thumbs down, you can keep coming back and interacting with my videos, because even if you do a thumbs down, that's still good for SEO and that's still good for my Google ranking and my YouTube ranking. So thanks to all my trolls. So yes, to make a long story short, I'm going to start doing content that I want to do when I want to do it. I have other things going on. I do have a personal life. I do have work where I have to make money and all that stuff and focus on that. And also some people were complaining about like the when I put together compilations of video footage, just stuff when I'm out and about, taking videos of monkeys or, traffic accidents or whatever. People are like, oh, I don't want to watch your home movies. And again, it's going to be the content that I want to do. Some people are focused on doing and putting up content to get a lot of views, creating some controversy, putting in some eye candy, that type of thing. Nothing wrong with that. If you got to make the money, you make the Benjamins. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. Also, if you're really upset about something that you see or something that you hear in one of my videos, don't take the time and the effort and the blood, sweat, and tears to write up this huge, novel of a diatribe against whatever it is you're upset about, because a lot of times it gets caught in my spam filter and it won't get published anyways. And when I see that type of thing, when I see this, multi-paragraph, repudiation of something that I've said, done, or experienced, I feel bad for you, because it's not going to be published. You obviously spent a whole lot of time doing it, and it's just going to, it gets caught in the spam filter, and it's just going to get deleted. All right, so enough about that. Just wanted to spend some time with you and say hello and just, basically say I'm going to do the content that I want to do. Again, this is my channel. I created this as a creative outlet for some of the things that I want to do. I'm not overly concerned about its success or failure. It's just, like I said, a creative outlet of sorts. And I like doing the creative stuff, the goofy stuff, the kind of comedy stuff, like the Askal video I did. It was actually some goats that were outside in the common area, and I went out there and I was like, ooh, let's take a look at the common Askal. It was like I did like a takeoff on like a National Geographic documentary. And goats are actually kanding. They're not Askals. Askals are dogs. So a lot of people got the joke, but some people didn't. A lot of Filipinos were actually writing in saying, sir, that's not an Askal, that's a kanding. And it's like, okay. All right. I'm going to leave you with this. In order to grow sometimes, we must cease striving to meet other people's expectations and begin establishing new goals that develop our personal potential. If we live a life to satisfy all the direct or implicit anticipations of other people, we end up living a life full of regret because we fail to develop into the complete manifestation of our being. And that quote is from Kilroy J. Oldster, who wrote The Dead Toad Scrolls. And anybody named Kilroy is okay in my book. So, my message, and I'm going to leave you with this. Do the things that you want to do. You got nothing to prove to anybody else, and if you want to eat candy with your pork and beans, you can do it. If you make a scene, maybe people excuse your manners, maybe they won't. You don't have to wear the clothes that other people want you to wear. And that's one thing I get here a lot of time. Oh, how can you guys walk around in wife beaters and chanellas and all that stuff? You should wear collared shirts. It's freaking hot, man. I'm not wearing collared shirts. You got to be dandy with the you inside. When you look in the mirror, get tickled pink, like what you see, accept what you see. It's hard as we get older, though, looking in the mirror. especially when you're pink already. And finally, don't give a hoot about what other people think. The only people that you should be listening to and worried about their opinions are your family and your closest friends. And sometimes we don't even listen to them. But those are the people that we should care about. All this other stuff, all these, internet bullshit, all this phony stuff being passed around, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I'll get to the comments really quick if there's any comments. Wow, there's a lot of comments. All right. You missed the target. Yeah, I know. Those shirts are weird. I look just like Buddy Holly. There you go. Good morning. Need. Yeah, that's me. Jennifer Scott. Hope all is well. Yeah, things are good, man. It's just the heat. I mean, it's really been hot. It's really been hot. And I just have a heart. Even after 5, I have acclimated to it to a certain extent. Like I remember when I first got here, it was November 2013. And for me, November was too hot. Now November's beautiful here. I love November. I love all the birds. I love January, February, March. Then it starts getting too hot. Mr. C, I went to school with Buddy Holly. Post a picture, I will decide. Okay. It's the Wheeler song. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I hear you. Mr. Donnie Porter, you said it's amazing what some people complain about. Yeah. But, I mean, I usually, when I'm doing a video or putting something together, I usually am enjoying doing it. And it's cool to get some feedback, even if it's negative feedback, or even if I state something incorrectly, even if I'm mispronouncing words, which I do quite a bit, and people correct me, that's cool. As long as it's constructive criticism, I'm down with it. I like it. I believe in that freedom of speech. I believe in sharing ideas, opinions, and all that stuff. Because we learn from each other. Unless we want to just stay... Okay, there's one of the dogs that's trapped in a very small cage. I feel really bad. I call them Philbillies because our neighbors behind us, they actually work for the mayor whose house is over here. And they have these very big dogs in small cages. One is a Malinois, one of those Belgian Malinoises. They're like, I don't know how to pronounce it. They're the size of a... what do you call it? German Shepherd. They're big dogs. And the other one's a Doberman. They're in the same little freaking metal cage. And they just run around in circles. And when they see these little birds flying around, they freak out at the little birds. I feel sorry for some dogs in the Philippines, man. Johnny Karate asked, Ned, did you really meet Barry Jordan? Yeah, I was surprised to see Barry. Barry was here. I saw him the other night. All right, Johnny Karate. All right, Johnny Karate's here saying, he said you met him, shook his hand, and said you support him and good luck. All right, Johnny Karate, you're obviously trying to freaking troll. So you know what I'm going to do? I got no time for shit like this, dude. I'm not going to even put you on a time. You're gone. Bye. Anybody who tries to stir shit or just try to cause problems with other channels, because what a lot of these little bitches will do is when they get booted from one channel, they go to another channel and start stirring the shit over there. And you're just freaking cowards. You're just cowards. And I ain't got time for you. I got better things going on. Yes, that's basically it. Sorry, Johnny Karate. Bye. Vincent Skoberg says he is 3.9% Neanderthal. That's pretty good. That's up there too, man. Yeah, I'm over 90% of I have more Neanderthal DNA than over 90% of my fellow human beings. Don C, yes, after one handshake, he's mentioned you on every video and wants to find out the gym you join. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be shrinking, by the way, because my elbows, I got the golfer's elbow in both elbows, and if you've had golfer's elbow, it's tendon damage. You know how bad it is, and I just can't lift. I can't. I got to take the time off. I've tried everything, the straps, the injections, the freaking ibuprofen, the stretching, the therapy bar. Where's my therapy bar? I even got this thing, the TheraBand. Got the TheraBand. You're supposed to do it like this. And I do this all the time. You got to take the time off. So I'm going to be shrinking. Yeah, I feel sorry for the dogs here, man. All right, so that's basically just all I wanted to say. There's 67 people watching. I'm getting 6.5 messages a minute. I can't keep up with everything. It's crazy. Yeah, the gym I belong to is P&E Fitness. It's right across from the Capitol building. It's kind of like an old school gym. It's not the prettiest gym, but that's where all the Pinoy bodybuilders work out. And it's kind of intimidating working out with them because they're in their 20s and they're jacked to the gills. Glenn Gibson says, how you doing with the smoking? I'm doing good. I had a cigarette last night, though. I know that's kind of, yeah, how can you say that and then say that? But I've had, in the past 2 months, I've had three cigarettes. Yeah, doing the vaping. How many days are you fasting now? I do everything every day except Sunday. Sunday I just eat whatever I want. Yeah, Don C says, hurt my shoulder lifting. After 6 months, it still hurts. It's tough to stay away and rest. Yeah, we got to put our ego in our back pocket, you know. I really enjoy working out. It's part of my routine. It's part of my self-discipline. And it's just tough to realize that you're not going to be able to do that. Mr. C, thank you for the super chat money. Appreciate it. Yeah, Glenn Gibson says, yes, Filipinos keep dogs in cages like birds. Yeah, and they don't get out. They just like live their whole life in this cage. Oh, it's tough. Dr. Garupa Dental. Somebody said, mentioned Dr. Garupa. I love Dr. Garupa. She's the best. She's also a fitness fanatic. So if you get into a conversation with her, her thing is she likes cross-country running. So she'll go up to like the mountains and like run up the mountains and stuff. And it's become like a popular fitness fad here in the Philippines. For me, it's too hot. I'd die like quickly. I'd melt into a puddle of quivering pink flesh. But Dr. Garupa has done 2 root canals on me. The only 2 root canals, the only real oral surgery I've had in my life, she did, and it was super painful, and she made my pain go away. She's the best. I like her. Highly recommend her, and I get no kickbacks or compensation for saying that. Oh, God. Is this Roberto? All right, guys. All right, that's enough. That's enough. All right, anyways, bottom line is be well. I might start doing this. I got to do more of these live streams because I got to learn how to do this and how to, time my speech and cadence so it keeps up with my thoughts. So, because there's people that do like live streams and stuff that do it really smoothly and it flows and there's no pauses or ums and all that stuff. And I got to learn how to do that. So, and I think practice makes perfect. So the more I do it, the better I'll get, the more proficient I'll get. At least that's the theory behind it. So anyways, yeah, dog's life equals 6 feet of chain. That's if they're lucky. I've seen dogs, man, on like a foot of chain. I've seen one dog, there was a viral video that went around in the Philippines. It was tied to a gate, and it couldn't even it could sit, but it couldn't like lie down. All right, guys, take care. This is Ned over My Philippine Dreams signing out. Be well and keep dreaming. And don't let, no matter what, don't let the bastards get you down.